A Goshen County tattoo artist has been arrested in connection to a Tuesday morning homicide, arson, and car theft. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a 32-year-old Torrington man has been arrested and booked into the Goshen County Detention Center following a crime-filled Tuesday morning in Torrington. Torrington police say authorities were alerted to a fire at the Bad Dreams and Robot tattoo parlor on East Valley Road shortly after 6 a.m., which is currently being investigated as a suspected arson. One of the tattoo artists working out of that shop is Sean Pettis of Torrington. And during a follow-up investigation, Pettis' girlfriend, 20-year-old Madison Cook, was found deceased in a unit at the Torrington Apartments on East 17th Avenue, and her death is being investigated as a homicide. Additionally, while officers were working at that scene, a stolen vehicle was reported in the 1700 block of East C Street, but was subsequently located. Torrington police say all the incidences are believed to be related and the crimes are associated with a single suspect. Pettis was booked into the Goshen County Detention Center with online records showing a charge of motor vehicle theft. Well, Scottsbluff County Commissioners last night defended their handling of the preliminary work on the Stegall Road project, saying they have been acting in the best interest of the county and its taxpayers. Board Chair Ken Meyer explained that he thought the board's reasonings for deciding to make a change to the original interlayer product proposed for the project had not been thoroughly covered by news media.
We just didn't pull things out of the air. There was a lot of research that was done before we made the decision that we made, and we think it was a good decision. Again, we were talking to the people that do the work. This product we're putting down is hundreds of miles of this stuff is all over the state of Nebraska, and it seems to work. It seems to work fine. But it wasn't given to us as an alternative when we did the original bid. It came after the fact, and we said, you know what, maybe we ought to go this way.
Meyer said the board also now understood that engineering firm MC Schaff had fulfilled their portion of the pre-construction contract, and they were within their right to decide not to oversee the rest of the project. The board then moved forward with an approval of contract with Baker & Associates to fulfill that role for the construction, which is expected to begin as soon as weather conditions allow. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer in with your midweek forecast. He'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
All quiet here across the region. Quite a few clouds, though, as we go through the overnight hours. Going to be dealing with probably a little bit of snow here in this time frame. Just some light snow showers. That's really about it. But finally going to break down this super cold weather pattern as we get a few degrees warmer starting tomorrow. The weekend really looks nice. Next week, by Tuesday, another system is going to enter the area. Until then, though, it is going to be a little bit warmer every single day. 41 yesterday for our high after a morning low of 17. We should be at 63 degrees this time of year. We've not been close to that for several days. Nothing in the rain gauge as we go through the day yesterday. 30 right now in Laramie. That's warmer than what we have been the last few nights. We're in the 40s here across the area. That looks good. 49 in McCook, 48 right now in Hastings. Here across the region, we're primarily in the 40s. In fact, 40s will cover almost all of us. 39 in Kimball, 32 over in Cheyenne. A little gusty there too in Cheyenne. Winds at about 14 miles an hour. They've got wind chills in the 20s. Everybody else primarily in the 40s for wind chills. We don't have a lot of wind out there. So that's certainly good news. Overcast skies when you hop on the bus tomorrow. Temperatures only in the low 30s. But then on our way home, how about 53 degrees with quite a bit of sunshine coming our way as we kick these clouds out of here late tonight. So a lot of clouds, overcast skies, and then we start to finally get that northwesterly flow out of here. A few overnight light, very light snow showers. Lows overnight going to fall down into the 20s and 30s for lows. That's much better than where we were today in the single digits and teens. Notice this flow shifts around to the southwest tomorrow, and we start to bring some sunny skies in. The afternoon will feel much warmer. It won't be too windy tomorrow either, and temps are going to climb a good 10 to 12 degrees over where they were today with high temperatures tomorrow, primarily in the 50s for most of us. It looks much better as we shift that cold air out of here, and we're going to continue to add to that over the next several days. Nothing really coming, anything measurable in the moisture department. Maybe here around Cheyenne could pick up a light dusting of snow overnight. That is really about it. The long-range forecast looking pretty quiet through the weekend. So on off and on snow showers late tonight. Lows down around 31 degrees. For tomorrow, we're going to be dealing with mostly sunny skies. It won't be as cold tomorrow either. 56 your high. There'll be some clouds in the morning. We'll turn mostly sunny by afternoon. Probably average it out through the whole day at partly cloudy. And temps again in the upper 50s on Friday. Then we warm up into the mid-60s by Saturday. Then look at Sunday, Monday. We're in the mid-70s those 2 days before another system comes in Sunday night or Monday night into Tuesday, bringing us some late day showers and some windy conditions and cooler temps as we get towards the early portions of next week.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Welcome to the Snow Show, boys and girls. Today we'll be learning about safe snow tips. Yay! Tip number 1. When scooping the sidewalk, always deposit the snow on your lawn and gardens. Not only is it environmentally safe, it keeps our streets and gutters clear. Tip number 2. Where there's ice on the ground, use salt only as a last resort. Use no-salt de-icers, which are less harmful to plants, animals, and your concrete. Be safe around snow and ice. The show is brought to you today by Tri-State.
Welcome back. The Goshen County Sheriff is facing potential charges for an alleged domestic assault last week under investigation by the Nebraska State Patrol. According to NSP spokesman Cody Thomas, 44-year-old Michelle Quinn of Lisco was lodged into the Keith County Jail on Tuesday, April 13th, on suspicion of third-degree domestic assault. Thomas says troopers were called in to become primary investigators after Goshen County Sheriff's deputies, following up on a reported assault, stopped a Ford F-250 near the intersection of Highway 26 and 92 in Goshen County. He says the investigating troopers believed that Sheriff Quinn had assaulted the adult passenger in her vehicle when the two were in Keith County and took her into custody. Nebraska Attorney General spokesperson Suzanne Gage confirms to KNB News that the AG's office has been appointed to be a special prosecutor following the arrest, but case information was not available as of midday through Keith County court records. Well, through traffic east of Oregon Trail Park will be shut down from now until next month. The city of Gering says Overland Trail roads will be closed for repairs starting today and lasting until May 21st. The road deteriorated significantly this winter and spring after heavy equipment was utilized on this road for snow removal routes. Everyone is encouraged to find alternate routes and use caution when in the area. And 2 Western Nebraska Community College students were recently honored at Phi Theta Kappa's National Catalyst Convention. Sophomores Olivia Schaub of Gering and Adam Outerkirk of Bayard were named as Nebraska's 2021 New Century Transfer Pathway Scholar and New Century Workforce Pathway Scholar, respectively. The scholars are selected based on their academic accomplishments, leadership, activities, and how they extend their intellectual talents beyond the classroom. Only 1 scholar is selected from each state for each award. Well, coming up after the break, the WNCC Lady Cougars pull off a major upset at the national tournament in Lubbock. Chris Cottrell catches up with head coach Chad Gibney at the sports desk right after this.
Why settle for Wi-Fi that just usually works? Why settle for customer service that's subpar? Why settle for service that's outdated? You don't have to. Settle for more with Allo, the faster, more reliable internet experience that's built for the way you use all your devices. For answers, visit us at allofiber.com/switch today. Allo, settle for more.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
In a day early at the sports desk with a WNCC women's basketball preview. We'll hear from Lady Cougars head coach Chad Gibney coming up here shortly, as his squad is doing big things right now this week at the national tournament in Lubbock, Texas. They earned an at-large berth as the 16 seed and then opened with a win over Iowa Western on Monday morning. Yesterday, they ratcheted things up a notch and disposed of tournament top seed and previously unbeaten Jones College with a 63-60 win. It was the first win ever for the WNCC women's program over a top-ranked team in the country. Here's head coach Chad Gibney.
Yeah, a huge win against the top-ranked team in the country. Our girls were fantastic. We defended with such a sense of urgency and played with a toughness on that end of the floor. And then when it mattered, we made some big-time shots. So really proud of our young ladies and how they represented us.
Freshman Kai Buell out of Cheyenne East drilled the game winner on a runner from about 15 feet out with 13 seconds to go. I first saw Buell last year drop 40 on Scottsbluff High, and she did it with big swagger. She's brought that same type attitude to WNCC this year.
Kai doesn't lack confidence. She shoots that thing every time thinking that it's going to go in. And completely fearless. I thought our team was fearless going into the game. I think some teams, they get a little bit intimidated when you play a top-ranked team, and we sure didn't see that from our ladies yesterday.
Now the big game overall for the Lady Cougars yesterday came from Alacia Douglas. She scored 27 points and grabbed double-digit rebounds from the guard spot. Gibney says more of that same type attitude comes from Douglas.
We mentioned a little bit with Kai is that same fearlessness and that toughness to be able to go make some plays. And, you know, Alasia's 5'5". I think she's listed at 5'5", but I don't know if she's all of that. And for her to come up with 12 rebounds, she's putting her body on the line. And I mean, she was absolutely fantastic on both ends of the floor.
So they knock off number 1, and they almost then got another matchup with Casper, but Casper lost to Traditional Power, another undefeated in Three Rivers out of Poplar Bluff, Missouri yesterday afternoon. So that'll be the matchup for tomorrow's Elite 8 game.
They're a tough team, and in fact, they're a little bit like us, you know, where they love to speed the game up, you know, and they space you and they drive it and they kick. I mean, they're a really good team. They're undefeated for a reason. You know, we're going to see a lot of 2-2-1 press, back to a 2-3 zone from them. So a little bit different style from what we've seen throughout the year, but it should be a really fun contest. They've got a great team.
Of course, we'll have coverage from Lubbock, Texas tomorrow on the Rural Radio Network with the broadcast starting at 11:45 in the morning Mountain Time on KOZY, and then tip at noon. A win, they'll move into a Final Four game on Friday. That is the latest for today from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's back with more right after this on KNEB.TV.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, the Monument Valley Pathway is one step closer to being completed as the pedestrian bridge began arriving in sections yesterday. Public Works Director Mark Bowles says crews will put together the bridge on the north side of Highway 26 and hopefully set it next week. The city has obtained a state permit to close Highway 26 from 5th Avenue to Avenue B to allow cranes to move the bridge safely into place. The highway will be closed from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. for the least amount of traffic disruption. When the bridge is placed, the path will continue east along the north side of Highway 26 to East 27th Street before ending northwest of the college. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.